This is the thing. Who you choose to hang around with, who you choose to have in your posse, is exactly who you become. Choose your posse wisely. I'm here to tell you that putting yourself first is not selfish, it's revolutionary. Welcome to the Woman Warrior Podcast, empowering women to light their lives on fire through Ayurveda, yoga, spirituality, and fitness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Satyavani, and I'm here along with my partner, Prajna Madhavi. And we want to welcome you to the Trainerize app, our branded app. This app has two beautiful functions that we want to share with you to get your health moving in a woman warrior direction.
So the first component is the fitness workout side, which is fabulous. With this app, trainers can give you a personalized experience based on your fitness goals, our dosha assessment, and fitness level. The app has phenomenal access to videos for each exercise so that there is very little confusion. There's also messaging capabilities so that trainers can continually keep in contact with you as you move further into your fitness journey.
The second component is the nutrition piece, because you cannot out-train a bad diet. After the initial assessment is taken, trainers can align your doshic diet to your specific exercise regimen, which means that eating more of what you need and less of what you don't. The recipes are then posted in the app where you can choose meals based on time, ingredients, and taste. And you can always refresh the menu if needed because you prefer something different.
So with these two components, along with our Ayurvedic assessment, we'll give you a unique and individualized experience that you most likely cannot find anywhere else.
I would agree with that. Mm-hmm. By using our personalized app, you'll gain knowledge of what your body needs and be on the road to becoming your best and brightest self. Welcome to our app. Jai Bhagwan, Women Warriors, and welcome to the Women Warrior Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Satyavani, and everybody's world-famous favorite co-host,
Prajna Madhavi.
Come on, that was a good introduction.
It was good. You give me too much credit.
I only speak the truth. That's what Satyavani means. So thrilled as always to have you here today. And actually, before we even get started with topic and all of that, I wanted to, if it was okay with you, to thank our clients.
Yes.
You know, we have some fabulous friggin' clients. Mm-hmm. And those of you who are working out with us, you know who you are. We just wanted to not only dedicate this podcast to you, but also to really thank you for doing what it is that you do. We can do what we do because of you.
Yeah.
And it is so awesome to watch each and every single one of you grow, especially if you're starting out from the beginning, which happens to a lot of us. And to watch that growth continue to happen and to see not only strength in terms of the physical muscle build, but also confidence. So,
yeah. Yeah, I've been telling a lot of my clients that, no matter what they show up with any given day, the fact that they show up is big. Like, that's the biggest step.
It is.
You just show up. That's the most important thing. No matter what else is going on in your life, you just show up. And you just give me your best for that day, and we work through whatever you're going through. So
agreed.
Yeah.
What's great about that is consistency. Mm-hmm. Consistency will outwin anything.
Yeah.
What was that meme that you sent me this week with, was that Clint Eastwood?
The cat one?
No, I know. There's like 10,000 cat memes. And our lives consist of, on Instagram, passing back and forth several different types of memes.
You're
cat memes.
You're my human.
Cat memes. Fitness, workout type stuff, motivational stuff, and then that constant clip from The Town. I need your help.
Yes. Whose cat are we going to take?
Best meme ever. But
no, I think that was from Hamburger Hill.
Oh,
I think
that's what that was.
I think that's the
was
movie
that Clint,
it was from.
Though?
Yeah, that was Clint Eastwood.
Clint looked good back in the day. I mean, the guy's like 200 years old now, but no, he's like 90. But that was great. Mm-hmm. It shows that clip, for those of you who've never seen this, all of these runners that are in the military, they're going on a military run, and it's a bunch of young bucks who just like start sprinting for the hill and they're going as fast as they can. And Clint Eastwood is just keeping an even, consistent pace. And then he turns a corner and they're all like leaned over in the recovery position, like these deep breaths. And he's just like,
Just watching him run by.
Watching him run by, which is pretty darn cool. So I appreciated that. But that's what I feel like it is with our clients. You know, if they are just continue to be consistent, which all of you are just doing a heck of a job. So we just wanted to take this time to thank you for that. So yeah, it's good stuff. So today we are still in our final 5th Kocha. We're actually coming to the end of a year. Isn't this crazy?
Yeah, it is.
We are staring down October. So Hollow Thanksmas, the holiday season is here. And
Celebrate it all at the same time.
Why not?
Hollow Thanksmas.
Exactly. Hollow Thanksmas started in July, but at least according to retail shops. But
Yeah.
we are coming to the end of the year, and so we are finally finishing up with our spirituality kosha and our Ananda Maya kosha, the bliss body. And today we actually wanted to talk about our favorite topic, which is really the spirituality of fitness. And for those of you that are listening, just bear with us because some of these things you might be like, how the hell does this connect? But there actually is a whole process, a very spiritual process in fitness. And for those of you who are very deep into fitness, who are other trainers or coaches, you'll get this for sure. And I know all of our listeners will too.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to give you a little different approach. Gives you a little bit of Ayurvedic philosophy, Vedic philosophy, and how that translates into the fitness space. But before that, we got announcements. What do we got, girl?
Da, 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 da. All right, so we have our first hybrid camp this Sunday for our fall. We're doing a grounding theme for our hybrid camp. So 'tis the season to ground, get grounded, because moving into the fall, there's a lot of air, there's a lot of wind, a lot of cold.
Your favorite season.
My favorite season. It's weird that I like this season the most because it's the worst on my body, but
it is
second
beautiful.
worst. It is beautiful.
No.
But it's a lot of grounding, so a lot of mobility exercises going to be grounding. A lot of the focus is going to be on not really slow, but kind of slow, methodical strength. So really
Mindful.
yeah, like you can be doing the same exercises, but you're doing them in a different way. And we're really going to focus on, being mindful and really getting people to be grounded.
Well, you're really good with introducing tempo. Mm-hmm. So tempo has a lot to do with the grounding aspect of it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
Yeah. And then we have the BNI challenge, which is kicking off October 1st, next Wednesday.
Wednesday, y'all.
Super excited for everybody who is entering into that. So that is every week there is going to be a certain challenge that you have, and none of them should be super hard. It's not meant to be a super hard challenge. It's just, again, Hollow Thanksmas, get some good habits in place before you move into the full holiday season.
As one Gabriel Cox has said, cookie season. I'm like, no, dog,
God, no.
He loves to tease me.
Put the cookie down,
Right.
Gabe.
Yeah. This is for you, Gabe. Okay, no cookies. No cookies, more burpees.
Yes. Every time you eat a cookie,
You got to do a burpee.
you got to do 10 burpees.
Oh, 10 burpees.
One for each bite.
Oh. That's a lot of burpees. Because, Gabe, I know that you might be eating big cookies, dog. Okay, so.
Costa Rica. We are going to take a group of a lucky 9 to, 12 people to Costa Rica. Mm-hmm. So join us if you want to be that one of 9 of 12, 9 or 12. So Costa Rica, you've
27th?
been there. So I haven't been there. Yeah, February 27th to March 8th.
Yes.
We leave from basically Boise to, wherever the flights
they're
are going to
leaving
go.
from. Yeah.
Make it into San Jose. Right?
San Jose.
Yep. And then Jaco is the place that we're going to be staying. Yep. So if you
we'll do one night on the front end in San Jose, and then we'll get picked up and taken to the resort in Jaco, which is
amazing.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And then on the way back, we'll do another night in San Jose so that everybody can fly out the next morning.
Nice. Perfect. You'll get to see sloth. You'll get to see all of the local animals. You'll get to see
Monkeys
sun
and toucans.
beach and surf and maybe not surf, but
Oh yeah, they'll be surf.
They'll be surf.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll be surf.
I've never been, so I'm super excited. So come to Costa Rica with us.
Yeah.
We have a Thrive Talk coming up this Sunday. Scrape your tongue, change your life.
Yep. Little Ayurveda 101.
Yep, Ayurveda 101. So that is happening. That's going to be at the Jump building.
Yep.
And that's going to be at 11.
We're
Correct?
on at
11?
11:45.
11:45.
11:30 or 11:45, something like that.
Okay.
So, but arrive at 11.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of other workshops that are happening at
Yes.
the same time. So people can see a variety of different things. And there's a lot of really great practitioners who are going to be doing some stuff. So
Yeah. Awesome. And then we have obviously our Trainerize in our circles. So if you want to join our app for either the fitness or the education side, check out our app, Trainerize and Circle, both at the Woman Warrior Academy. We're starting to get some people in Trainerize, so we want to get more people in, getting more nutrition and fitness exercises there. So yeah,
it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all the things.
All the things. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm excited for fall.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check in wellness style.
Okay.
I'm going to start with you.
I bet you are.
So, how we doing?
Physically, we're doing pretty well.
I know. I heard.
Yeah, you heard.
I did. I
Okay.
heard.
Yeah, little birdies. Doing pretty well. I feel like I'm fighting off whatever cold is. I'm doing a good job, but I can feel just a little bit of that coldness because there's a cold going around and kids are spreading stuff. And now that I'm no longer at the school, I don't get quite as much exposure to it.
Isn't that so great?
Yeah, that and I maybe haven't gotten enough sleep this last week.
Really? Would you like to share?
No, I don't.
Okay. There'll be no sharing.
But on the
Still catching up.
Yep. On the energetic side, energy's good. Again, I've been getting more sleep within the last 3 days. Gotten out of the high anxiety. I was just very anxious there for probably about a month.
But that's also common with this change in the season.
Yes.
Like because of the pickup of the dryness of air and ether, the wind kind of picks up, and that is very representative of anxiety. So those two things go hand in hand.
And that's just what sucked. I was like, okay, I just have to kind of get through this. Like there's not much I can, there's things I can do, but it's also just kind of the time of year. I just kind of have to hunker down and do what I can to mitigate the symptoms. So I was trying to do that.
Warm and lubricated. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not touching it.
And then
Isn't this so much fun?
so much fun. So that energetically, I've been getting better that way. Mentally, emotionally, feeling pretty good, in a good space right now. So I'm emotionally happy.
I love that.
And
You deserve to be happy.
not just on the relationship front, but also on just really feeling like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Doesn't that feel nice?
Yeah. Like my mom talks to me on the phone and she's like, you're not complaining about your job. You just seem like you're so much lighter and it's just so much better. And I'm like, I know. It's because I feel a lot better. And then I was talking to my financial guy yesterday and he's like, you just have this lightness about you. Like you're smiling, like you just seem like this is the right thing to do. And I'm like, I know. It is. So that's really great.
That's a testament.
Yeah. That other people see it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing also is that it's inspiring for others. Like if there are people out there who are listening, so listeners, if you're in that space where you're like, wow, I'd like to leave a long-term career and make a shift and become an entrepreneur or try something different or whatever, like this is a testament. I mean, you went back and forth about this for a while.
Yeah, I did.
And like you leaned into it, especially over the past couple of years. And now like you don't know what you don't know,
Yeah.
And I think, we had that conversation. I said, look, your talent is not the issue here. Your ability to do this work is not the issue here. It's the mindset of moving from being a W-2 worker to being an entrepreneur creator.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest shift. And like you've jumped right into that so easily.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are out there,
Yeah.
that's the biggest shift.
Yeah. And a lot of it takes that consistency and that discipline. Like you still got to get shit done. And if you're at a job where you're like, I kind of do stuff. I kind of don't. I kind of show. No, you can't. You got to have the mindset of you got to show up. And that's different too. Because in my job, I was kind of getting to the point where I was like,
Right.
what are they going to do?
Right. I can phone this shit in.
Yeah. And now it's like, no, you can't phone this in.
Well, and especially when you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like I get up every morning, like, of course, I mean, it's darker out right now and it's like, oh, fuck. Like I love May and June when it's light out at 5 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, the struggle is definitely there. It's like, woo, I could really use another hour or 6 of sleep. But to get up and to be able to do what it is that we do is the greatest thing ever. Like literally living my best life.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Intuition's been really good. Again, I think it's just all kind of lining up as to where I am today. Feeling really good on that front. And spirituality. I love that we're talking about the spirituality of fitness today because I feel like that's where I'm strongest is when I'm working out.
Right.
The spirituality of fit.
Yeah.
And the flow and like doing our Spartan. Like that was
Isn't that great?
so great. You feel just spiritually connected. Like this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing hard shit outside. Like that will connect you to the divine very quickly.
Yeah. Think of how few people do that.
Oh, most people don't.
Yeah.
And you know what was really interesting is when we were doing the Spartan, how joyful everybody was being outside doing hard stuff.
Yeah.
And you would think that like, I mean, of course there were people along the way who seemed a little bummed out. I mean, that's going to come with the territory. But most of that is because people choose to be in their head.
Yeah.
But the scenery and the sun and the wind and seeing all of the elements was just so therapeutic.
Yeah. Yep. It's great.
Yeah.
So good.
Awesome.
All right. That's me.
Yay.
Yay. Not too much detail. How about you?
Read between the lines, people. Read between the lines.
Terrible.
I am, but I'm so good at it.
It's really bad when people are like asking me how I'm doing, and I'm like, "Well, I'm kind of in a relationship," and they're like, "We know,
We know all
like,
about
oh,
it.
God, okay, yeah,
So great.
you probably do,
Yes.
yeah." So, how about you?
I'm great. Yeah. I physically everything's wonderful because I'm in bulking season.
Oh yes,
Yeah, so
we
it's
get to eat again.
I get to eat again. And you know what? I had this really cool conversation with DJ at Planet Fitness. We were talking about bulking, cutting, maintenance, et cetera. Actually, it was he and I and Stacy.
Okay.
So DJ, for those of you that do not go to Planet Fitness in Boise on Orchard and Overland, he is the manager there, and he's been there ever since I've gone. So he's been there for at least 10 years. And we were just talking about all of it, and he said one of the things he brought up, which didn't really click with me until we had the conversation. He says, "Yeah, isn't bulking so great?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." I said, "I can eat 2,500 calories nowadays." And he actually laughed. He's like, 2,500 calories is like a deficit for me, which, you know, men and women, it's different.
Oh yeah.
And so he's like, "But just getting carbs and getting brain food." He's like, "I often, when he's cutting, he says, I get brain fog." And I was like, oh my God, I experienced that this past time. Like, I was just kind of like, huh? Like couldn't remember stuff. You know, like, I mean, I would eventually remember it. And like, there was a point where I was just like, am I having like early signs of dementia here? And like, if so, whatever, you know, but once I started eating, I'm like, wow, I remember everything. This is great. So, and I feel so much more nourished. So the goal is to see if I can, in the next 6 weeks, put on like 6 pounds of muscle. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's the goal for right now.
I'd like 4.
Yeah.
So
there you go. So I know
we talked about 5.
I know you started tracking.
I did.
I'm so impressed.
I just started tracking yesterday again.
So for those of you that are not aware, I have no problem eating, and I track my food and calories all the time and my macros. Praj struggles with eating.
Sometimes.
And I'm like,
Maybe.
so how many calories are you eating? She's like, I don't really know.
I don't really know.
Like, doesn't track.
Depends on the day.
And but you have been. And like, what are you getting out of that? What information are you gleaning from that?
Yesterday I was at about 2,100 calories.
Nice.
Yeah, which told me I was really under eating a lot for a while. I'm like, no wonder I wasn't getting any stronger.
Yeah. You definitely plateau.
Yeah.
Because I was plateauing at the end of the
Yeah.
season.
I was maintaining.
Yeah.
I was maintaining what I had.
Yeah.
Which is what I wanted. But now I'm like, okay, now I want to build 4 pounds of muscle, keep my body fat about the same, see if that can happen. But, so yeah, about 2,100. It says I should be at about 2,400. So I was about 300 short.
It's a huge leap though for you.
Yeah, but I was low on carbs.
Yeah.
And a little higher on fat, which doesn't really concern me too much.
No.
But
What's the protein number that you've got to hit?
It's supposed to be 135. I think I was only at 121.
Got it.
Which I really should probably be higher than 135.
Mine has been same marked at 135, but I'm trying to hit 150 a day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's hard. It's hard. Like,
It is.
folks think that like, oh, you get, I love me some food. And the first couple of weeks, I'm like, this is great. But in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be like, oof, this is hard, dog. So as I expand on camera, this next couple of months, you know why. And then I'm going to cut back
For the trip.
For our trip.
Before
our trip. And then I'll get back on it until the spring.
Nice.
And so I'm going to go like 6, 4, and then another 4 or another 5, something like that. So
That's good.
it's a good plan. And it was funny because I was like, my abs are disappearing. I got like a little fluff now over, I got a little belly. I'm like, they're gone. I miss my abs.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. We'll see.
Yeah.
Once my abs start to disappear, I'm like, eh.
Well, it's the carbs.
Yeah.
It's because of the water that the carbs, can hold and all of that, which is, I'm fine with it on the short term.
Yeah.
But what that's done for my energy is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I am sleeping so much better.
That's good.
Being in a calorie deficit or maintaining, below 2,000 calories.
All around makes you cranky.
It sucks. Like I assessed the other day, I'm like, wow, I was a real bitch. Like just kind of tired, kind of cranky, like trying to keep my spirits up, publicly.
Makes you wonder why bodybuilders really do it.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but
I'd love to be cranky for 2 months. Ugh.
but this went on for 5 months.
Yeah, it did.
Between the cut and the maintenance.
Cut. Mm-hmm.
It's a long time. Like 5 months is a long time. So needless to say, my energy is up and I'm sleeping better and it's wonderful.
Good.
It's absolutely wonderful. Mentally, emotionally, head is back in the game. I'm not like, like walk into a room like, what the hell am I doing here again? It's really nice to be able to remember and not think that you have early signs of dementia. So that's a good thing. But it's interesting because my dad, before he passed, he had dementia. And I definitely now can see the correlation with his weight loss and the lack of muscle and fat that he had on his body and how that accelerated the mind. So this was very interesting as I was like assessing my own mind and just brain fog and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, eat more avocados. Like you gotta have calories in order to build and to be healthy.
Yeah.
So yeah. And intuitively, I feel like things are just spot on. Everything I'm tapping into, do I want to work on this project? Do I want to take on this client? Do I want to shift my schedule and what would that look like? And how everything is just playing itself out exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. And then spiritually, sleep is lovely. And that with meditation and yoga nidra in a good space. The one thing I will admit that I'm struggling with is reading right now.
Me too.
I'm
really struggling with that.
And I'm
So I
struggling.
just want to go to bed.
Right. Not only do I just want to go to bed, but I'm not finding a book that's jumping out at me right now. I don't know what it is. Like even the one that we just recently got that I got from the library that you purchased. Like I'll read it over time, but it's not like, you know how you have those books where you're, I can't wait to.
Yeah, I don't have that right
No.
now. Nothing.
Nothing. Like nothing.
Like I'm almost thinking we need to do like a book study of some sort.
I
and
agree.
maybe get us into reading
Yeah.
again. Because I'm struggling too.
The struggle is real right
Yeah.
now.
Just like I'm not interested in
No.
this book.
No. And I think a lot of it also is that when you read a lot of personal development stuff, a lot of it just becomes the same recycled ideas.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, read this, like did this, listened to this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm done. So I'm looking for something new. Anyway, that's what I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's me too.
So the spirituality of fitness.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you this.
Ooh.
Okay. Before you even look at any of the notes that we have put together for this podcast, if you were to define what constitutes fitness, and I'm going to ask all of our listeners to think about this as well. If you were to write down your definition of fitness, what would it say? What would it be?
I think I've mentioned this to you before. The ability to be able to do whatever I want and not have to feel like I can't. I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to be sore. I'm not going to be able to do it. Because I mean, I'm not trying to do anything too crazy at my age these days.
Oh, God, no.
But being able to do a 13-mile Spartan beast and not feel terrible afterwards, without really doing a whole lot of training,
Right.
those are things I want to be able to do.
It's awesome.
To me, that feels like I am fit enough to be able to do any of those things that I want to do and not have reservations as to, well, I probably can't do that because I might hurt myself So that includes strength, mobility, flexibility, stability, mental acuity.
Perfect.
I think those all fit in.
That's great.
So,
Right. Which really is the definition of fitness from an Ayurvedic perspective. So in Ayurveda, we have this word called svasta.
good one.
Isn't it a good word? Svasta. It's got power to it. And svasta is made up of two Sanskrit words. If you divide that, sva and sta, sva is one's own self, meaning the self. And sta means to be established in or ownership of or situated. So the word svasta means established in one's own self. And innately, there's a lot of other adjectives, I think, that flow from that, which are things like confidence and stability and righteousness, and not righteousness in an arrogant way, but rather like I feel fortified. And I love this word because it really encompasses everything that is related to fitness. And so the reason why we wanted to discuss the spirituality of fitness is because it really is a spiritual experience. The body is the temple. And when the body can stand in the self on all of these koshic levels, it is healthy and it is a spiritual and divine experience. And we can get glimpses of it in various different ways. Runners get glimpses of it when they're in the zone.
Yeah. The flow state.
The flow state.
Yeah.
The flow state happens in a lot of athletics sports. And I think Svasta really encompasses that whole thing. Fitness is, from a spiritual perspective, it's an evolution of constantly becoming. We're always shifting and changing. The one constant is change. And so when we're in that space, we can understand that we are constantly evolving and ever changing. And that gives us our ability also to let go of expectations and be in the process itself. And we've had clients who are like, I don't really work out. I don't really like to work out, et cetera. And there may be people here who, listeners who feel that way. I don't really like to work out. I don't feel comfortable with it. I wasn't athletic.
Yeah.
And really, if we look at fitness from a spiritual perspective, it's about enjoying the process. And that's why we always tell people, like, find something that you like. Because if you find something that you like and you enjoy the process of doing that thing, then it's going to be something that you're going to do over and over again and have it as part of your life. And eventually, because we are in a constant state of change, you will evolve into liking something else.
Yeah.
Tell us about your evolution in fitness, like over the course of your, from the time that you were a little kid. Like, what was the first thing that you did as a child from a fitness perspective? Like, did you run and climb trees or like?
Yeah, ran and climbed trees. I had two brothers, so I did a lot of throwing footballs and hitting baseballs, kicking soccer balls, things like that. I was actually a decent goalie in elementary school.
I believe that.
Yeah, I was really good at kickball too.
Little Prosh, little long braid. And a
really good at
shin guards.
kickball. Yeah, I mean, I was just really a tomboy. I played with the boys all the time, just because that's what I was around as a kid. So yeah, I played a lot of that stuff. Grade school into junior high, I was ready. The organized sports. I tried out to be a cheerleader.
Oh,
Wasn't gonna make that.
Nope, couldn't do that either. And that's no bust on people who do cheer. Like, there's a lot of athleticism that's involved in that.
It just was not my thing.
No,
and they knew. They're like, "This is not your thing." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not." So the basketball, the volleyball. So I did that in high school. Tried running track. Did not enjoy that whatsoever. So enjoyed more of the team sports. And so through high school, college. Volleyball, basketball, college was volleyball. And then, in college, I started, because I had to run a lot for practice.
Right.
Because she was always making us run. I was like, I got to get a bit to be a better runner.
Suicides.
So that's when I started running more and really started to enjoy just the mental clarity that I felt with running. Like, this is something I can just do on my own, and it's all me, and I can get, my thoughts out. And so that was nice. So then I really started to run. And then after volleyball, I played doubles volleyball, and then I really started to run. I did a marathon at one point in time. Then I got into ultimate frisbee.
That's right, ultimate.
Yeah, so then I got into that, which is also a young person sport. That is that is something I did think about picking up. All of a sudden, I'm like, I am not fit enough for this. This takes some specific training. I'm like, why are they all running so fast? Oh, it's me.
Yeah, I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, my hamstrings are going to tear off the back of my body. So there's that. And then I got into yoga, and yoga was another form of fitness, and then got into the obstacle course stuff with you and back into lifting. Lifting was a whole part all throughout high school and college, and then kind of stopped there for a little while once I found yoga for about 7 years. And then I was just talking to somebody today that it's such an evolution. Like we were talking about how.
What a great story, by the way. Like, so cool to see that evolution.
A lot. We were talking about how, yoga is not really a hot yoga in particular, but I think yoga in general here in the West anyway, has kind of died out a little bit. It's not quite as popular as it was, kind of had its heyday. Now you got the weighted vests, the lifting, like all the girls are lifting. And I'm like, and that's probably going to go away too. I think it's going to move into calisthenics. There's this big movement to do military workouts. You don't need weights. You don't need the gym. You just need your own body weight. So I think that's going to go through. And then he's going to cycle back to, okay, now we're all freaking tight and our muscles are all tight. So now we need to do yoga again.
You are spot on.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting to see just the evolution of fitness over time. You know, in the 80s, it was like, oh, that's step aerobics.
Oh yeah.
Remember
oh God.
that back in the day?
Can you imagine if that comes back?
Oh God, no.
Oh,
no.
the leg warmers.
I love me some leg warmers though. Girl. I like some leg
Jane
warmers.
Fonda.
She still looks good.
I know she does.
But, you know, the point is, and thank you for sharing that. I had similar, as a little kid, it was soccer and wiffle ball, with my brother, and freeze tag on the playground, jump rope.
Boys chase girls.
Yeah, boys chase girls. We loved that.
Love that.
Loved that.
Girls chase boys. That sucks.
Yeah, totally. Let the boys catch and kiss.
All freaking faster than I.
Catch and kiss back in the day. A lot of monkey bar stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh yeah.
I actually took one of my clients today to the park, my boy Brewster.
Yeah.
And
Brewster.
we did our walk, and they redid the playground at Cassia Park. So it just has all this great stuff for kids.
Nice.
And it's so great to see that coming back, because I remember starting out on swings and doing the monkey bars and climbing ropes, and they had that. Remember that metal hexagon thing?
Oh yeah.
That you climbed up and you'd hang upside down, and you fell and you broke your neck and nobody cared.
Yeah. And the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
You're like holding on for dear life, trying not to fall off.
Spin right off.
You're gonna fall off into the gravel. Come on.
That's how we rolled.
Yeah.
Okay? So y'all millennials and Gen Zers, nothing.
I need a waiver to get on that.
He came home with one tooth. It was like, what happened? It was on the merry-go-round. But that is also, it was such a spiritual experience, because you were outside, like moving your body and like enjoying the bliss of this beautiful creation that we have. And so the point is that, we have to look at fitness as a process that includes all the layers of the self. It's not just a physical part. And there really is no finish line. It's not it's just a constant evolution, that we don't just like, oh, I did that. I walked once. I swam once. Yeah. And I had surfing days, and I raced triathlons and, did track and field, which I hated too.
Yeah.
And gymnastics as a young person. And just enjoyed all of that. And I think that we really need to look at our fitness as something very sacred. You get to do this.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it. And if you find something that you love, that you should continue to do it. And you should continue to do it through all the seasons of your life. Even if it's just walking or jumping rope or riding your bicycle or whatever. It doesn't have to be a competitive sport, but really enjoying that piece. So standing in the self, svasta, really understanding that is the core of being a fit and healthy person. And I think as we go through this process, we contend with some things along the fitness journey. And Ayurveda speaks to this. And this happens to everybody, whether you're just starting out on your fitness journey, or it's evolving, or you're many years or decades deep into your fitness journey. There are what is known as 3 pillars that are kind of along the way in Ayurveda. And the first one is this concept of pratyahara. Withdrawal of the senses. And this is a yogic term as well. And so we contend with not being able to withdraw our senses, and therefore can get led astray.
Yeah.
We are very sensory and over sensorial right now, where everything is this. We're doing this all the time. Sticking our faces in technology and receiving this blue light that's coming in our direction that's really not particularly healthy for us. And if we have the opportunity to withdraw our senses and really engage our bodies in a fitness regimen, things become better. We're not pulled in the direction of, over there is alcohol or drugs or overeating or whatever the downfall of our fitness journey tends to be, but rather really getting into the zone of what it is that we are able to do with our bodies and enjoy it to its fullest. Any thoughts on that?
I think some people with this, just based on what you just talked about, was withdrawing of the senses. Fitness is not meant to cater to those senses. And I'm thinking about the people who either I get to eat because I did my workout for the day, which I've been there.
So have I.
Or I'm going to keep from eating and work out more to be in that calorie deficit so that I can look the way I think I want. That's still, you are still chained to the senses,
Yes,
right?
you are.
So you're still chained to that idea of food as a reward or food as a punishment. So that's one way that people can think about that as well.
That's a really good point. Thank you for bringing that up. I think what is also ideal fitness is when you were talking about the flow state. When we can get into the flow state, it's very cool to get up in the morning, same time, and this is what I do.
Yeah.
I get up, I take a shower, I feed my kitties, I get all the dishes out of the dishwasher, I get the neti pot ready for both Michael and I, and do my thing. He's still sleeping, and then he'll get up a half an hour after me to get ready to go to work, and I go to the gym. And having that time just where you're blocking everything out and you're just in the zone, in your own space, in your own heart, in your own mind, and being in that flow state. For me, that really is a withdrawal of the senses. And I also understand that like there's loud music and lights and all of that can pull us out. But when you get into that habit of consistency, and we'll talk about this, when you get into that habit of consistency, it becomes a withdrawal of the senses and becomes a very spiritual experience.
Yeah.
How do you feel about working out alone?
I love it.
So do I.
Yeah. I like working out alone. It's great. Again, just kind of get in my own rhythm and just do my own thing and have bitch face and nobody bothers me. Don't talk to me. No, it's great. Do I always want to work? Working out, yes. If I'm doing any kind of, I don't know, like a fit body workout or something like that. I also like having people around. But
Absolutely.
lifting is definitely my own thing. We were actually just talking about, another student and I were talking about the Hot 26 yoga. And she's like, I don't think I would do this at home, like without a mirror. And I'm like, isn't that interesting?
That is
like,
very interesting.
We want that mirror in front of us. Again, kind of a senses thing. I'm like, that's an ego thing. Like, and I've tried to do Hot 26 on my own. It's boring.
Yep.
Like it sucks.
And long.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'd much rather have people around me because sadly I'm kind of competitive with that person next to me. Like, can I hold this posture longer than that person? I think I can. Like
Game on.
It's just kind of that. And that is ego driven. So that, I pay attention to that as well, which I think kind of comes into number 2.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
I think one of the other, I think you're spot on. One of the other stages that, as you said, kind of partners with withdrawal of the senses that we go through in our fitness journey is this concept in Ayurveda known as Prajna Aparad. And it is the mistake of the intellect. I think it's a very cool word, Prajna Aparad.
It is.
This is the reality. They call it the mistake of the intellect because the yogis were so much more sophisticated. I'm going to give you the real here, okay? It is, we know what we're supposed to do, but we don't do it. And we do stupid shit. That's the bottom line.
We eat like a trash panda.
Eat like a trash panda, friggin' Netflix and chill, and
Get on my phone instead of taking a walk.
Yep, all of the things. And we know that the other things are better for us, but yet we just get sucked in by the senses into doing stupid things that we know are not good for us. I know I shouldn't do this, ... but I do it anyway. And we've all been there. What I've noticed for myself, and I'd love to hear your point, is that when I get into that space of, I know I should do this, but I'm doing that, it's time for a change up.
I would agree. Yes.
I know I should practice yoga, but I'm not doing it today. And it doesn't mean that you have to do something every single day. But when it becomes a lot of times consecutively where you're just not doing the thing that you know that you should be doing that's better for yourself and you're choosing something else, maybe switching something up will be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that because I think about, lifting heavy. I'm like, I really enjoy lifting heavy.
So do I.
But I really should probably do mobility and foam rolling.
I know.
But I don't want to spend the time to do that.
I have the same problem.
Yeah.
Although Jessie Kohei, if you're
She's
listening
doing
to
better.
this, I'm doing better. I'm getting on the Bosu wall and I am doing my deep squatting and all of that. And it's helping tremendously.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't see the results, but I'm just like, when I go to the gym, I'm like, yeah, let's deadlift that shit,
And mobility is what I used to do the most. Like I used to do all of that. And then I was like, I want to get stronger. And so then I started lifting and now it's like, okay, how do I find the balance between all of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The third thing that we evolve in and out of in our fitness journey is this other concept in Ayurveda known as parinama. And parinama is defined as transformation or decay due to time and motion. So what does that exactly mean? From the second we're born, we're dying.
Yep.
Okay. And time and motion are going to contribute to that. But there is what we call linear time, and then there is biological time. Okay. And the thing about linear time is that you can't change it.
Yeah.
Seconds become minutes, minutes become hours, hours become days, et cetera, et cetera. So time is going to pass. I am not going to be 51 for the rest of my life. It's just not possible. Time will pass and I will age. Biological time, though, we do have control over.
How you utilize
It's exactly
that linear time.
Go.
Well, yeah. So it's how you utilize that linear time. So if you are constantly, I love it when we talk about this. If you are constantly the way I used to be, like, oh my gosh, I got to do this and I got to do this and I got to do this and I got to do this. You're wrapped up. Your biological age, your biological time is going to go faster. You are going to reach the end of your life faster because you're speeding everything up. Like you're trying to get through everything faster. Yes. So I always think of like sort of the tortoise and the hare, like the race is time, is your life. And you've got the hare that's like, I'm going to get through this so much faster. And then I'm squirrel and I'm going to go over here. And I have time because the tortoise is still way back there. And so I'm going to do all this stuff. And then the tortoise is just, slowly, just consistently moving along. And
just like Clint Eastwood on Hamburger Hill.
Just like Clint Eastwood on Hamburger Hill. It's how do you want to get to the end? Do you want to get to the end, feeling fulfilled or are you going to get to the end, peter out way faster because you gunned it through your whole life.
Yes.
And just thought, I got to get all these things in. I got to do all these things. And you never sat down and enjoyed life.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I notice this the most in the gym where you see people lift weights really fast. You're like, wow, what are you doing? Like, you're going to blow out a shoulder, homie. People who just
My little 16-year-old yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to slow down, boy. Slow down.
Pull it back.
Yeah.
No, but like I've seen people on like bench who are just like, I'm like, you are killing yourself.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you have to go like the tortoise, but like be mindful. Be mindful of your alignment. Be mindful of how you're doing it. Now, I know that certain fitness regimens don't lend themselves necessarily to that. Like if you look at, HIIT training, the whole point is to be quick and explosive, but HIIT training is also a short period of time. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's humorous to watch how we can accelerate our lives closer to death.
Yeah.
And so you are going to contend with that. And so if you are, especially if you're in your later 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you are feeling like I'm not getting strong enough, or I can't lose this weight, or whatever, look at the speed in which you are moving and the speed in which you are enjoying your fitness. And that will give you information. It will give you information about, as you accelerate, are you raising cortisol levels, which is increasing inflammation inside of you? Or are you slowing down, drinking the water, taking time? And I know a lot of it has to do with, there's a play a little bit with linear time, because people are like, well, I only have 45 minutes to do this. It's like in the yoga class where as soon as the last posture is done, people are like out the fucking door. Yeah. It's like, wow, dog, you can't take 2 extra minutes to just lay there, breathe, and like soak it in for a second.
Because you are so important that,
right.
I don't know. Your job is so important that it's just got to happen.
That's why I'm not a fan of the 45-minute lunch workout.
No.
It is terrible for your digestion, and it will only accelerate the transformation and decay.
Yeah.
So those are 3 things that we constantly evolve in and out of as we're looking at fitness as a spiritual journey. Pratyahara, the withdrawal of the senses; pragya apara, the mistake of the intellect; and parinama, which is transformation or decay due to time and motion. So what can we do about it? Mm-hmm. What can we do about it? Spirituality allows us to create mental toughness for our fitness journey. So you have to look at fitness from a holistic perspective, that this is a part of your life. This isn't like, well, I do all of these things over here and then this is over here. It has to be included in your daily, monthly practices in your life. It's just something you do, like breathing and eating and drinking water. So 5 things that I've discovered that come up over and over again as it relates to developing mental toughness and connecting that with the spiritual practice and the spirituality side of fitness are a couple of things. Anxiety. Anxiety is something that you will experience and is a very spiritual sensation over the course of your fitness journey. Anxiety that comes to the table. Why don't you read some of the questions we put down?
Yeah. So are things changing? Yeah. We get that question all the time, I think, from just even clients.
Yep.
Like, I don't feel anything changing. I'm like, well, okay, let's look. How's your sleep? Well, that's a little bit better. I'm like, okay, well, like, you can't just fix this overnight. They just want that quick fix. Like, I just had a client that we did an in-body scan for, and over the course of a year, she's lost about 25, 30 pounds. I'm like, look at this. Like, this is amazing. And I'm like, this is way better than someone who just tries to shed, 20 pounds in 2 months, because that's, again, kind of back to the time thing. They're trying to cram all that weight loss into a short period of time and creating anxiety in their body, creating more inflammation, so that when they stop the diet, they just go right back to bad habits. Mm-hmm. So how long is this going to take? That is another question.
That question just kills me. There's this great meme that's out there on the IG interwebs that says, I asked this woman in the locker room at the gym how long it took her to get that fit, and she said 7 years. And meanwhile, I'm trying to get there by the end of the week. It's like, no.
Yeah.
It's
consistency. It's consistency. Mm-hmm. You can have motivation. It's very temporary.
Absolutely.
And you can be motivated for a month. However, that's not going to create, long-term change. It has to be consistent. And like just what you were saying, with, it's not just one thing. It's all of your little habits that add up throughout your life. You can't have your workout over here and then the rest of your life over here. You have to incorporate healthy habits throughout, parking further away in a parking spot, taking the stairs. Like those are things you have to implement because
That add up.
that then integrates into your life. Okay. Just working out for 45 minutes, I'm not going to be able to help you a whole lot there. We get that a lot too.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm working out one time, 45 minutes. I'm like, that's not going to do much. You have to incorporate more than just that. So, will I ever reach my goal? Sure.
You will.
Yeah.
There are other parts to that, though.
And it's about the journey. Yes. Like, yeah, the goal is one thing, but it's what you went through to achieve that goal. That's going to be the lasting effect. So, and so many people want to avoid anxiety today.
They really do. Well, you nailed it. The way for me to deal with my anxiety is to get rid of it. And I did a whole podcast on this
Yes, you did.
way back in the day before.
It's also in your book?
Yes. A whole chapter on the gift of anxiety. It is a signal that is pushing you to level your ass up.
Yeah.
Versus, I don't like the way this feels, so I've got to get rid of it. I got to tamp it down. What if you actually tapped into the greatness of that?
Yeah.
And just allowed that anxiety to travel through your entire being? What would it teach you? That's a really valuable lesson. And that is something that over the course of a fitness journey, you will come into contact with. All of these questions going in and out of different types of anxieties, depending on where you are on your journey.
Yeah.
The second thing is what I call the choice of time. Time. And we just talked about linear time versus biological time, so we don't need to repeat that. But how are you choosing to use your time? You have the time. You just haven't prioritized this.
Yeah.
That's the reality. You have to prioritize your fitness journey. That has to come before a lot of other things in your life. That has to come before the different food choices that you make. Are you Netflixing your life away? Are you door dashing your life away?
Yeah.
Are you online all the time with social media? Like, for the amount of time, the average amount of time that people spend on social media, they could get easily a 30-minute workout in every day. Easily. I actually today, I was training Amber. Love you, girl. And after we did our warm-up, I wanted to move her over to leg extension. And both of the machines were taken. And both had guys
They
on
were on
it.
their fucking phone, weren't
They were on their fucking phone.
God damn.
And I looked at the clock. I had her doing another exercise, and I looked at the clock and then looked at them. I kind of like, I gave them, you know that face. I was like, I'm using the Jedi mind trick. We're sorry. We're not sorry. But
No.
I looked at the clock, and by the time they went into the next set, 3 minutes had passed. Sitting on the machine. I didn't.
Yeah.
And Amber was very gracious. She's like, it's okay. We'll just, we'll do this. And I was like, we'll do this instead. And we eventually got back there. But like they're at the gym, sitting on the machine, scrolling for 3 minutes between a set.
Yeah.
And if they were doing what the average number of people do, which is 3 sets, and it was 3 minutes, that's 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Choice of time.
Absolutely. And it, shout out to Andy Frizella.
Yes.
His 75 Hard program, I think, proves that very well.
How are you spending your time?
Yeah. You do 2 45-minute workouts every day. You do everything else you're supposed to in that program, life program. You're going to find out how much time you waste very easily. Like, wow. I have so much more time than I thought I did. I didn't think I could do 2 45-minute work. You can.
Oh, yes, you can.
You got to pull out all the other shit that you do that wastes time.
And you get laser beam focused along the way.
You do.
And you cut out the chaff.
Yeah. So credit to him for that program.
That's it. Shout out, Andy.
Really awesome.
Loving y'all.
You can have us on your podcast anytime.
Anytime. We would love to hang out with you and DJ. Just putting it out there, dog.
Yeah.
That's it. The third pillar that everybody goes through in their fitness journey is tolerance. The power of tolerance. In yoga, the word that we often use is contentment, santosha. And it is a precursor for all growth in fitness. You have to be content with where you are at that moment in time. Otherwise, the anxiety kicks up, and then it's like, oh, I want to look like this, I want to feel like this, et cetera. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have goals.
Yeah.
But being content with where it is that you are, because once you lose that contentment and getting joy out of the experience that you're in at that moment, that's when things really start to fall apart. Because, well, I worked out for 2 weeks and I still don't look like this. This may take you 2 decades.
Yeah.
This might take 2 months, 12 months. When clients have asked me, and I'd be curious what they ask you, how you respond. Like, well, how long did it take you to get to this goal or to get fit, et cetera? I'm like, good 5 to 6 years to really build a foundation. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, we're so.
I've been working out my whole life. I mean, to look like this, it
Yes.
still took like 3 years. And I've been working out my whole life.
Agreed.
Like I got pretty skinny, but I still was working out. Like I wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
So it
Agreed.
still took me 2-3 years
Yes.
to get. Yeah.
Agreed. And it's constantly in change. So you have to be tolerant. You have to engage santosha along the process. Otherwise, it's going to be start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. You have to go through the rough patches. You have to go through the, oh, my butt's too flat, my arms are too flabby. I don't like my back fat. Whatever it is. You have to go through that process so that you can eventually get to where it is that you are. And you have to go through it in a very unfazed way.
Yeah.
Because if you pick apart everything, you're never going to get there.
I go to that video that you sent of our favorite monk as well, how he was talking about used to be when you sleep, you sleep. When you eat, when you work, you work. Now, when we're sleeping, we're thinking about work. When we're eating, we're thinking about sleeping. When we're working, we're thinking about eating.
Agreed.
We're not in the present.
Nope.
Ever.
And
Just lack of contentment.
yes, it's the long game, friends. It's a long game. 4, I'm going to let you speak to this because you've been talking about this.
The importance of consistency.
Yes.
Yeah, it is not a short fix. Motivation is very different. We've talked about it different from discipline. It's very different from consistency as well. Consistency is a part of that discipline. Anybody can be motivated for a month. Anybody can, I'm going to lose, 10 pounds in 1 month. Okay, great. You can be able to keep that off because that's going to be the consistency piece. And if you haven't created the habits that you need in order to be consistent, the discipline that you need in order to be consistent, that's why a lot of that weight just comes right back on, or you go right back to the old habits that you had before, or it just doesn't work. And then you're discontented and then, you're starting back over from square one. So consistency is the key to success.
I actually think that's the most important one.
Yeah. Again, just like the tortoise and the hare. Like the tortoise was just consistent, just like Hamburger Hill.
Yep.
Clint Eastwood's running. He's consistent. He's just moving at that steady pace, knowing that hard things are going to come up, and he's just going to keep moving forward. And that's what consistency is. You know that there's going to be ups and downs in the journey, and you just stay the course and you stick with it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And it's a metaphor for life. Consistency so that you know that you can handle things as they come. The 5th and final one is confidence. Confidence is something that comes as a result of all of these things. And confidence in the Ayurveda world, the Vedic world, I consider is enlightenment. And it's enlightenment about yourself. When you become confident, you are enlightened about your abilities. You are enlightened about what you can do versus I don't think that I can, or what if. We always say this, even in our BNI meetings. We don't just build muscle, we build confidence.
It's my favorite part.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
It's the best part. When you build muscle, when you build a healthy body, when you are cardiovascularly and metabolically healthy. Confidence just radiates. And that is the most beautiful part of the spirituality of fitness, because you do become enlightened about yourself. And you also see a lot of things for what they really are. Thoughts on
Which
that?
is very scary for some people.
Yes.
Very scary for people who live with those people. Like that's, like you said at our AWP, you're going to break up with your spouse. You're going to quit your job. You're going to quit your job. You're going to move out. I was like,
I think I hit all three of
I
those.
think it might happen for me. Might be in that situation. And, you know, I guess it was easier for me than maybe for other people. Sure. Didn't have kids, wasn't married, and still had to take those steps because it felt right.
And it was
Because
still
I started
hard.
to gain confidence in myself and that I was very capable of doing what I wanted to do and didn't need to be with someone for that security.
Yes. Most people have relationships because they have not built confidence in themselves. And their relationships become more of a I need this versus I desire this.
Yeah.
I desire being in relationship with my partner or my friend or whatever, but I don't need it.
Yeah. That's what I have mentioned over and over again. I don't need to be in a relationship. I want to be with someone
Absolutely.
who supports what I do and who I am, and I can support them. And yeah.
And you can translate that confidence back and forth to one another. Yeah. That's it, girl.
So good.
The spirituality of fitness, it is a divine experience, friends. What do we have for try this, not that?
I would say try taking a look at how you are working out.
Ooh.
Are you doing the furious workouts, the sorry to say it, the cardio bunnies? Are you doing the furious fast workout just to get it done? And then you can like think about really kind of that choice of time, the biological time versus the linear time. How are you spending that time in your life? Because I think that's a very crucial part. And then also tying that with, you know, also how you're working out. Are you being consistent?
Yes.
I think that's a very key piece. How consistent are you being with not just the workout itself, but consistently creating good habits that are going to promote good fitness? Because that's not just the 45 minutes that you're on the treadmill or lifting or whatever. That's the other things that you implement into your life. So
How and when, I think. Identifying how you're doing it and when you're doing it.
yeah. So definitely take a look at your workout and try slowing down a little bit. Try being a little more consistent. Try, being more content. Like all of those, start fitting those things into your workout.
Awesome. Try this, not that, y'all. You heard it.
Yeah.
Truth bomb of the day. Never be ordinary. Never be mediocre. Be the wolf that stands alone. No, be the lion that makes the jungle tremble. Take no shit. Claim your space. Set goals. Crush them. Rebuild bigger. Rise as a stronger, louder, bolder you. Show the world exactly who the hell you are. Never apologize for your power. You're not here to fit in. You're here to take over. God, that's good.
Yeah. I'm like, it doesn't even really, it ties to anything, but I'm like,
it
that's
does.
just so good.
It's so damn good.
Yeah.
Friends, thank you so much for joining us. We have the privilege to be here with you. And if you are in the Boise area and you want to join us for hybrid camp this weekend, Fit Body Boot Camp starts this Sunday, 7:45 a.m. Be there or be square. And you don't want to be square.
Yep.
And anything else, friend?
Nope. That's it.
We love you.
Yes.
Visit us, www.thewomanwarrioracademy.com, and please hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. We're going for 250. Trying to make it happen. We so appreciate you. Share this podcast with a sister, with a friend, somebody who you think would benefit from this, and come to Costa Rica with us. Details are on the website. You will get all of the scoop, and you will not regret it. Jai Bhagwan, everybody. And as always, may your soul be victorious.
Is life hard? Yeah, it's really fucking hard. And you can also have the life it is that you want. You just got to work for it.